ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थाने ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं सेनग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगत्। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे मुरारे हे ना श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 श्री कृष्ण बोलिए श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव बोलिए कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। Let us chant from 13th verse. Shri Bhagavanuvāca Sarva Karmāni Manasa Sannyasyāste Sukham Vashi Navattvare Pure Dehi Naiva कुर्वन्न कारयन् न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगम् स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापम् न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानम् अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानम् तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषान्नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवत् ज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् तद्बुद्धयस्तदात्मानः तन्निष्ठास्तत्परायणाः गच्छन्त्य पुनरावृत्तिम् ज्ञाननिर्धूतकल्मषाः कल्मषाः When I say there is a problem in this area so that indicates that somewhere you don't have a merging thought on that topic. Thought doesn't merge and completes. That is called a problem. And therefore very good name of the answer in English is solution. Solution means which dissolves something. See what a nice word is there. Solution. And supposing you say, I have a financial problem. It means you see that there are a lot of expenses and I don't know how it will meet it. That is called financial problem. And if you say, no, I don't have financial problem, that means I saw there are so many expenses was there and I could easily meet, I have so much of money, I can meet those and therefore it is not a problem for me. My son is not a problem for me because as I wanted, he is on the right path and I have no thought about him. There is no issue about him. I don't have a disturbing thought about my son. My vehicle is giving me problem. Vehicle. Why? Because it stops without at any place, at any time. So whenever I don't know what will stop. And sometime in the house it starts without. So in the midst of the night it starts. So how is it that possible? Now I went to some house, there was a light, it started out of second in the night. I put it off, but in between it started. Such situation also comes. Who is there we don't know. So somebody wanted to see me clearly. So when you say When you say a problem, you don't have a merging thought in some kind of solution. And when you say there is I don't have a problem, you think on that topic, and after thinking, the thought merges. And that you call it is solution is there. Any issue, any person, any situation, any incident. When you say sometimes it was a difficult day for me. It is not the amount of work made it difficult. There were non-merging thoughts in the day. Non-merging, tension-giving, little stressful thoughts. That made my day little hard and difficult. Not the amount of work was making it difficult. Somebody said something, somebody didn't listen to you, somebody misinterpreted you, or some health issues came up where I had a thought, and thought were very intriguing and disturbing. It didn't get a point. Still that issue is bothering me. And therefore when you go for the next work, still that mood carries of the past. Past works mood carry. You carry forward the last works mood. No? Then you say it was not an easy time for me. I am going through a stressful time. Or I am going through a hard time. Hard time is not situational. You don't have anywhere, you don't feel how that work will be done, what will happen to him. I don't know, I have a fear about this topic. Why he said like this to me, why he doesn't understand on this topic, or I may lose this person. Why should I lose this person? There can be many such things in your mind which doesn't dissolve. If you had dissolved it, the same thing would have become a play for you. Then it would have become a easy thing. Whole life is finding the dissolution point. The converging point of your thought. Thought should not be standing and pricking and burning and even too much on the same person, same issue. I have to discover that this issue is a no issue. This art of discovering it, that is what is called the spirituality. Spirituality is more in thinking, so that thinking has some kind of revelation of the truth in it. Something is revealed, something flashes, something you knew it after that. This is one point. Second point. Anything can dissolve only in its source. The pot can't dissolve in the gold. Pot can dissolve in the... Dissolving means losing its shape, name and form. A thing cannot dissolve in... Effect can't dissolve in effect. Effect can't dissolve in effect. The sugar can't dissolve in salt. So sugar can dissolve in water because water is the cause of salt. I say, what is the cause of sugar? Because Prithvi Tattva is there, it is gross. So gross dissolves into subtle. Water can dissolve into fire. Not? Water can dissolve into fire, of course. It evaporates. Oh, like that, okay. Water dissolves in fire because water comes from fire. When it is very hot, it starts raining. May is a hot season in India, so now rainy season is there. Bombay, Delhi, all are flooded. Quite a strong rains are there. Why? It was very hot from March, April. March end, heat started. April, then May, and then June. So after 15, 16 June, the monsoon starts. And July, August, September, all of the 4 months is rainy season. Quite strong rains are there. Because rain came from heat, therefore water will dissolve into heat. If you take a pan of water or you put in a kettle and sometimes you put on the stove and you forgot. And you come after 1 hour, nothing is there. So you forgot. Only the kettle has burned and your work has increased. And you first find out, hope nobody knows it. If you're having mother, father, and if mother is there especially, or father will scold you badly because you spoiled not only the gas but also the vessel also. Because it will be discovered by the smell sometimes. So what earth dissolves into water, water dissolves into fire, and fire dissolves into. Sometimes it is very hot. You say open the windows. You open the windows, open all the windows. It becomes quiet. It becomes more airy room. So anything dissolves in its cause. And that cause is ultimate solution. So cause of any thought is sanskar or impression. And cause of impression is self, your self only. Thought has come from self and it will go back to self. But every thought doesn't go back to self. It stops. It should have gone to self because self was there. But because of my ahankar and my attachment means which doesn't allow the matter to dissolve. Ahankar means which doesn't allow the matter to dissolve. It is a non-dissolving issue is there. Every thought dissolves. Every thought dissolves. It wants to dissolve. Because everything wants to go back to its cause and merge. But attachment fights against the reality. Ahankar fights against the reality. And you can't win. You'll fight and you'll get tired. You cannot fight against the reality. And that self in which everything dissolves is called here as Brahman or Atma. Please note one point. The dissolver, the one solvent, one is called solution, other is called solvent. Like salt is a solvent and water is a solution. So solution should be more pervasive than the solvent. Then only it can dissolve. So fire should be more pervasive than the water. And air should be more pervasive than the fire. And space should be more pervasive than the air because air gets dissolved in the space. I hope you are following that. ठीक है ना? Subtler than the space is the thought. Thought is more pervasive than the space. Here is difficult portion. Because thought we think is inside the body. Thought is more pervasive than the space because space is an object of thought. The bag should be bigger than the content in the bag. If you are bringing something in the bag, supposing you have bring some gulab jamun, let's bring something good. Or you have brought some big pumpkin, supposing you brought pumpkin. Pumpkin you get, no? Here. Calabash, what you call it. Huh? Pumpkin you get here. Calabash. No? Loki is calabash. Then what is pumpkin? Only pumpkin. There is another word. Butternut, butternut, butternut. So, which they make sometime and they eat like a scoop in that. James squash. They gave to me also, which I don't like. But people prefer here, I feel that, James squash. Supposing you put in a bag, so bag should be bigger than the pumpkin. इसको समझ लो, just understand that. I'm trying to make these verses easier and more acceptable. People jump through this because they find it difficult. These verses, they just follow fast. They can't relate themselves. I feel we can relate it. Very well it is related. When I see a space is perceived. Space is in the object of thought. And therefore thought is bigger than the space. इसको समझ लो. Because every thought has object of thought and knower of object of thought. I know this paperweight. So thought, there is a thought of paperweight. In that object is paperweight and then there is a knower of paperweight. Similarly, I know a space. And therefore you say this house is quite a space. And supposing you say, you see the whole cosmos, supposing, not cosmos, at least you scan over the whole horizon. Brahmand, what you call. You know why it is called Brahmand? Because this shape is of half egg. When you see the horizon, it is like half egg. Half egg is there. Its bottom also they say, therefore it's called Brahmand. This is one of the meaning, there are many. So you scan over like that. And you will scan thousands of stars. Millions of stars you just glanced in at one go. Millions of stars are there. You have samaniga, not a particular. Don't see particularly what is Venus and what is Jupiter, what is Mars, what is Saturn. Some people are stargazers. So they see the star, they can make it out that this is Venus. They have some calculation. They are astronomy, they study in astronomy. I have no interest in that. So object of your thought has become whole space. Please get my point. And if object of thought has become whole space has come in the bag of your thought. And therefore your thought is more pervasive than the space. And therefore space dissolves in thought. And therefore when you go to deep sleep, your space dissolves in thought. But space is outside. When I am sleeping, no, I am sleeping on the bed. Sure. And space is outside. How the space dissolved in the thought? You are sleeping, this knowledge you had after you know the space. When you are seeing, you are awake. So space is the object of your thought. There I can understand space is the object of my thought. But when I am sleeping, I feel outside still the world is there and I am sleeping. And this is where drishti srishtivat comes. They say that you are seeing that world outside only when thought is there. If without the thought you would have said this, then I would have believed there is a world outside. Don't worry about the world outside. But the world has gone where? Like world went away? No, where it went away? No, it is already there. No, but why you are not seeing it? Who? Me. Why? Because I slept. Sleeping means what happened? Sleeping means some ignorance came. Acha. थक गए. Okay. Lot of things. Tat buddhaya I am talking of. Yesterday was tat parayana. Tat pranam is his priority. Now tat buddhi is going on. Only which buddhi? This 17th law. Okay. Now supposing you are sleeping. Please be careful. Please be careful. You are here and the world is here. Supposing this is world and this is you. You don't know the world. Okay? Yes? You don't know the world because you are saying there is ignorance between me and the world. यही बोल रहे हो आप ना? You are saying in the deep sleep I don't know the world. The ordinary person says, not Vedanta. Vedanta has yet to come, it is listening. He says this is the world, is existing, and this is you. Very good. And in between there's a curtain is there, which is called ignorance. The curtain is off, and therefore you are not seeing the world. World is existing. यही कहना चाहते बोले बिल्कुल. This is what I say. पक्का? हाँ, of course. देखो एक बात ध्यान देना. Ignorance is always on the object, on the subject. I don't know Chinese. I don't know the Spanish language. The table does not know Spanish language. Ignorance is of conscious entity. Ignorance is not on inert. I don't know, this experience will be of the conscious entity and not of the inert entity. Okay? If you demarcate like this, that this is I and this is the world, in between is my self, in between is the ignorance, if you say. Then in the waking what happens? You say ignorance goes away and therefore the world is seen. Does ignorance go away in the waking state? In the waking state, does the ignorance go away? If ignorance goes away, we all be jnani. Will be manifested as jnani then? सब तो ज्ञानी है निकल आए फिर सो जाओ ज्ञान हो जाएगा उसके बाद सोने के बाद उठे ज्ञानी हो गए बाबा बन गए vocative key was Baba is Babe. सब किसी ने बोला बोले बाबे एक माला का माले है सीता का सीते है रमा का रमे है बाबा का बाबे है ऐसा नहीं है. Anyway, this is not right. Don't take it. Because Baba is not in English word, Sanskrit word, huh? ठीक है? जैसे Guru Ji. अब Guru Ji is not a Sanskrit word. Ji is not a Sanskrit word. Ji is not a Sanskrit word. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे ही जाएगा जी विस इकारांत ऐसे नहीं जाएगा. Guru Ji. Not a word. There is Guru Varya, you have to say. Hey Guru Varya. Anyway, so if ignorance was like a ध्यान देकर सुनना इसको समझ लो आप. If you understand it, very well. If you don't understand it, someday you have to understand it. You cannot postpone for a long time Vedanta. अगर आप बोलते हैं कि this was I, you have compartmentalized, then this I should be in space. पकड़ो. This is world, this is I. And curtain came up. This curtain will come up only when you say the space is compartmentalized, so I should experience space here also, which I don't experience. That means with the curtain, space is non-experienced. And if with the curtain, called space is not experienced, that means space has gone in the curtain. Because with the experience of this curtain of ignorance, the space has come up. Otherwise, I don't see the space. So this curtain has two phases. One phase is along with the space, other is without the space. Without the space is deep sleep. With the space is waking and dream. The cause along with the effect is waking and dream, and cause without the effect is deep sleep. Well, it's so difficult. I don't know what are you talking. If thought, ध्यान से सुनना. If there is a mud and there is a pot, so if I remove the mud from the pot, pot will not be there. If I remove gold from the ornament, ornament won't be there. And therefore ornament is the cause of gold. If I remove mud from the pot, pot won't be there. Therefore mud is the cause of the pot. बिल्कुल ठीक है. So if A and B both are there, and if I remove B from A, if I remove B from A and nothing remains, then B is nothing but A. If I remove B from A and nothing remains, or if I remove B from A and only A remains, then B was nothing but A. If I remove B from A and A remains, then B was nothing than A. Only my mathematics was not good. No, this is a simple thing. You are understanding, no? है ना? क्यों भाई? हैं? तुम तो फिजिक्स की हो. फिजिक्स में क्या है? एमएससी थी तब तो बच्चों वाला खेल है. दिस इज द सिंपल थिंग्स. फिजिक्स है मच टफर प्रॉब्लम्स. फिजिक्स मैथमेटिक्स क्यों भाई? इन्वायरमेंटल वाली फिजिक्स बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. इन्वायरमेंट ऑल डिफिकल्ट है. ट्रोपोस्फियर एंड नीनोस्फियर क्या अबव ट्रोपोस्फियर? स्ट्रेटोस्फियर. You know stratosphere. So she's thinking of your stethoscope. It is stratosphere. Above stratosphere? Nothing. Huh? Mesosphere. After that? Huh? Thermosphere. Thermosphere. अच्छा जो भी हो भाई. If thought comes, you speak A and B now. If thought is there, then only you see space. If thought is not there, you don't see space. That means thought, space is nothing but the thought. Very difficult to understand these things, but you have to know this. Again say, see if these two things are, if I take away the book, the mic will remain. If I take away the mic, book, both are existing separately. There is no relation between mic and book. But thought goes away and space is not seen. Thought comes and then space is seen. Therefore space is not different than the thought. Okay, I'll think over it. By tomorrow I'll tell you. I can't digest all these difficult things. Thought, if thought comes, space comes. And thought goes away, space goes away. Therefore, space is not different than the thought. Achha, if space goes away, thought goes away. No. Don't make it otherwise. If space goes away, thought may not go away. Like in the deep sleep, like in the dream. In the dream, you have thought, but space is not there. Waking is safe. You have a dream space. In the deep sleep, you have a thought of ignorance, but there is no space. The thought is not dependent on space, space is dependent on thought. Cause is not dependent on effect, effect is dependent on cause. Mud is not dependent on pot, pot is dependent on mud, ornament is dependent on gold, gold is not dependent on ornament. Okay. Tad buddhaya. Tasmin gata buddhi. Still thought is not complete. Wait. So what? So the thought, the cause of the space is the thought. Thought comes, space comes. Thought goes away, space goes away. And cause thought comes in me. So more pervasive than the thought, more pervasive than the space is thought. Only I thought is in my head. People said also, this is just a thought in your head. सोचते नहीं ना तो प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं कोई. When you don't think, then these things won't lead to you. And all problem, and I told you, because solution is not outside. Please note, where I'm now coming to the point. Thought comes in me and thought goes into me. This I understand. This is easy. Difficult portion is that thought, space is in the thought. That is where I find difficult. You have to make this easy. So the thought comes in me, that is fine. No, that is a very big conclusion. Thought comes in me and thought is bigger than space. And thought dissolves into me, that means I has to be bigger than the thought. Because solution has to be bigger than solvent. Okay. So the I, which is called here as Brahman or Atma, in me, and therefore in me thought comes, in the thought space comes, in the space planet comes, in the planet lot of things come, in that thing my whole, human being comes, in the human being one of my Indian family comes, and in that Indian with thousands of family, my small family comes. Wherefore my came? Remove that. All is in the background of the thought. All. And in that I have this body, don't say the I, this particular body which is called Ramesh, or this is called Dinesh, or who is called Bunty, he has come, and this Bunty, what is the relation between this Bunty and this background of consciousness, which is the consciousness, which is the basis of thought? And can you repeat it once more? This whole is the background of the consciousness. On the consciousness is a thought. On the thought is the space. In the space is many planets. In the planet there is one planet called Earth. In that Earth there is one continent called Africa or Asia or America or Europe or Australia. In that there is one among the million families, Indian or what is it called, white. My family is there. I am a Shuddha Brahmin family. And in that Brahmin, Saryu Parayan Brahmin family, Mishras, I am coming out. In that family of many, I am, this body is, which generation you are of your family, by the way? Huh? No, among the family, which generation you are? मतलब जब से स्टार्ट हुआ है, says the which are you? I don't know. Fifth. Before that your family was not there. No, it was there. So you are which family? In that one tiny dot, that one small flesh and bone, you call it Bunty, you call it Sailesh, you call it Dinesh, you call it Shalu, you call it Bubbly, you call Shanti, you call Anjali, you call Puja, You call what Dabbu. So remember that. So that one piece, but you are the basis of all, sir. And many times Srishti and Pralay will happen in you. समझ लो इसको अच्छे से, कहीं समझ नहीं आएगा नहीं. And this is mentioned as Tad Buddhaya. Tadsmin Gata Buddhi, whose intellect goes in that ultimate non-changing cause. And therefore Mahatmas will sit like that. And you will feel he is not doing anything. But he is revealing there. लोग बोलेंगे पागल हैं ये. One Mahatma was there in Vrindavan. He was called Pagal Baba. कुछ भी नाम रख लो मारा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Give me any name. पागल बाबा हो गया. One Mahatma was there. He was under a banyan tree. उनका नाम बरगदिया बाबा हो गया. कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं, वो देख रहे हैं ऐसे. If you hit the body, they will never see I am hit. मट्टी को आई बोलोगे तुम. You will say the matti as I. This is mitti only. This is a mud. Dead body comes. My mother never called dead body. She used to call it mitti. बोले मिट्टी आ गई है. So their mortuaries were not there earlier days so much. Mortuaries were not very popular. Nowadays mortuaries are there. So drawer is there. So in that drawer, because you like the drawer quite a bit, and on the हाँ सच मैंने drawer ही तो होता है और क्या होता है. It's a cold drawer. It's a refrigerated. You like very cool things. And on the toes of the body tag is put. ऐसा नहीं कोई और body ले जाओ. Tomorrow for cremation you take some other body. और ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए. Therefore, you have to identify also. I think when you take the body, you have to identify. यही है, यही पिताजी हैं. यही दादाजी हैं, यही माताजी हैं. वो पैकिंग अच्छे से कर लेते हैं. इट इज वेरी कूल देयर. ठीक है ना. बिटवीन दैट बॉडी विच विल बी इन द ड्रॉअर, फ्यूचर विल बी द ड्रॉअर ओनली. अब बताओ, among lot of bodies, one body is there in the drawer. Many are in the drawer. I think they cost also. Mortuary, you cannot just put anything. They must be costing. हाँ? Cost होगा ना उसका. Per night, per 2 night, because 2-3 nights you are waiting for relatives to come. So that is also expensive. So that body in the drawer, which has a tag on the toes, we identify करते नाम वाम लिखते होंगे. I don't know what procedure is there. And this body who is sitting here, what is the difference? Only thing, it has a reflected consciousness. It is charged. Like a charged mobile and uncharged mobile and dead battery. Dead battery है, इसकी dead battery है. Mobile is dead, they say. One more word they use. Huh? One more word. Juice is not there. Juice is not there. This also I heard. तो वो है नहीं कुछ. तद्बुद्धया. बहुत बड़ी सब बड़े बड़े श्लोक है भैया. These are big shlokas. People just chant it without meaning and they go through it without meaning. Karpatriji Maharaj, he used to joke. You know what he used to say? He used to say, 2-year, 3-year-old children sometimes abuse. They don't know the meaning. They are too small to know the meaning. But they use the words. Similarly, these words are very big words. Ordinary person or ordinary speaker may skip it and doesn't know the meaning of Tad Buddhaya. पकड़ो इसको आप, तद बुद्धया, and he's तद, when इसकी बुद्धि लगी रहती है. When you say his intellect is there, that means he goes to the cause of that. बोले इनकी बुद्धि पैसे में ही लगी रहती. He is very money minded. All the time he finds out how to get money. He is business minded, businessman. So when a businessman is sitting, I have never done any business. Those who have done business, they will know it. So when a businessman and customer comes, so your attempt is that he should purchase something and I should get maximum money out of this customer. क्यों भाई हरीश, है ना? So when you know, supposing that such person has lot of money, so you will propose more ideas that this is also good. As much money I can milk out of him. So that is fine. Then you are a good businessman, that you showed this also. He will लीजिए, आइए साहब आइए, please sit. You'll have tea, coffee. He said both. So you said. Buddhi matlab cause finding. What is important? And please note, what is your priority? There alone your intellect will go. Intellect will not work on that area which is not a high priority area. जो कुछ भी आप बोलो. If your priority is son, your intellect will go to son. Is he studying or not? What is he doing now? Where are you? Where were you? Were you playing? For 2 o'clock you are playing only. 2 to 6 you are playing only. 4 hours you are playing. Huh? What you are doing? Tell me what you did from 2 to 6. He's doing like that. I am talking to you. 2 to 6, what you are doing? Playing only. Huh? Say, I am talking to you. I am not talking to all. I was working. What working? Show me what you did. I asked you to complete that homework. Did you do that? Complete it. Show me the copy. Go. Bring the copy. Go. So you bring what this? Half page you have done. Half page you have done. Huh? Half page. In the house you can do, here it becomes a scene. Here in the ashram, it will be a big scene. है ना? यहाँ तो लोग पैम्पर करने वाले, there are so many people to pamper, ये वो. In the house, original form. Your buddhi is there only. क्या करा? What is the cause? What is the effect? क्या किया? क्या अपना नहाए नहीं नहाए? नहा लिए, कर लिए, काम हो गया. What is? Because your child is a priority. You want him to study well. Your attempt is Tad Buddhaya. If you have ashram as a priority, then you will feel, okay, what is this ashram? What it needs ashram? What is the problem? Can I help something? Can I serve something? What is the issue? What is bothering? What is the area where I can do something? which is a difficult area. Can I? Tad Buddhaya. Okay, horticulturalists have not come. Plumber has not come. That problem is not there. Where is the carpenter? Went away. He came and he left his tools here only and went away. Where he went away? No, I don't know. He didn't tell. That person who was to make the gate, he came. He didn't come. Call him. He's not picking the phone. Why? बुद्धि लगी रहती है उसमें. Because it is a priority. When you have a priority, that truth alone is a relaxation center in my life. I don't think so anything can relax me other than God, other than bhajan. उमा कहूँ मैं सब अनुभव अपना सत हरि भजन जगत सब सदना. Nothing can give me that peace, that fulfillment, that actionlessness, that inside holidays permanently. Feeling out I don't have to work. This feeling that I don't have to work is called holiday. Holiday is a mental state. Therefore, a person is relaxed on Saturday. Another Friday evening only they start getting relaxation. Weekend moods come up. Because this feeling is there, I don't have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow is holiday. What will you do? Nothing. Shopping, etc. No shopping I have done. You are going out. Let's see. Nothing. There is no tension. I put my phone off. Sunday evening the tension builds up. Because again I have to. I'm not in my state. Please note, relaxation is the name of priority. I don't know other than God, other than self, other than satsang. I don't think so. Other than Guru's grace, I don't think so I can get peace anywhere. When you have this intellect, you become spiritual. हमें लगता नहीं कि हमें शांति मिलेगी. I may go around the world. I may go to Antarctica. Or I may go to Arctica. Arctic Ocean is also there. Arctic. You have gone? Arctic Ocean. Arctic. It's in Europe, no? Arctic Ocean. Europe, Arctic is there. Huh? The top is the Arctic Ocean. Very cold is there. You go there, you go to South Pole, you go to North Pole. People have gone to moon. Phrase also came, I'm on the moons, he is on the moons. And the Neil Armstrong, who went to the moon, he was a very sad person at the end of his life. I heard his interview. I read his interview. कुछ नहीं होता. Relaxation is only in yourself or only in your satsang or only in your God. Anywhere you start finding lot of peace, that becomes priority. It can be your meditation, it can be your satsang, it can be your Guru Bhakti, it can be your jap. One area you discovered, which is trans-worldly area. Which is trans family. Which is trans work. There you go, tad buddhaya. Then you start thinking, what is that? Kastvam, kuham, kutayat. Swami namaste natalog bandho. What is this ignorance? What is I? This question comes only when a person has a glimpse of some truth. The Vedantic student, when he is asking, Sutras, what is that question? Kenishitam patati peshitam mana. He already has some knowledge about it. I told you, he had done some homework and then come. He has done some homework that there is something which is beyond the senses also. Tad buddhaya. Oh, please don't miss that point. What? Who is the cause of thought also? And cause of thought will be bigger than thought. And cause is unchanging. Why? Because I am unchanging. I have not changed. And therefore I am vivarti karan. Tad buddhaya. So, tad buddhaya will be parokshyanam, brahma asti. Then tadatmana. I am knowing it. I am that. Mayev saklan jatam. Mayi sarvam pratishthitam. Mayi sarvam layam yati tad brahma dvayam asmayam. Which Upanishad? Kaivalya. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravarti. Which Upanishad? Bhagavad Gita. 10th chapter. पूरा उपनिषद आप पढ़ लो, एक ही बात, they all are saying like that. Okay. So tadatmana is aparoksh jnanam. Tad buddhya is Brahma asti and tadatmana is Brahmasmi. And tan nishtha, now you dwell in it, you abide in it. Aparoksh jnana nishtha is there. Tan nishtha. Nishtha means abhinivesh. Bhaskar writes abhinivesha. Tatparyam. Abhinivesh means totally he is one with it. Abhinivesh means he is totally abiding in it. Tannishtha tatparyam sarvani karmani sanyasya brahmani eva avasthanam. Everything is in Brahman, in that cause only. That is nishtha. Nishtha means where everything is abiding, firm abidance. I don't forget. Even if somebody hits me and says, no, you are not existing, well, I am existing. It's called nishtha. In the dream also, man will be man and not woman. And woman will be woman and not man. Iski nishtha hai. You have manushya nishtha. You can't say, the man cannot say that I became a woman in the dream. I have not heard. Woman cannot say, by my shanti, in the dream I became Robert. So it's not possible. So the female will be female, male will be male. In the dream also. Therefore, if you realize that I am that self, in the dream also you are like that. ठीक है? So, चार बात बोला. Tatparayana is high priority because you got some peace at some time. You know why people come to the ashram? Not because ashram has something else. Ashram has food or ashram has some. No, they get some quietude, some relief. I was very busy, mind was tense, I just landed up here. I parked the car and I just sat. Acha? Just sat. I don't bring any book, etc. Gita, Ramayana, I have but I don't bring, I just watch and hear. Everybody started like that. Casual, it was a casually I came. And you heard for half an hour, 1 hour, and somewhere your mind relaxed. And when your mind became quieter, then your frequency became more. चलो भाई चलते हैं, अच्छा लगा था. क्या लगा था? समझ में आया था? समझ में तो बहुत नहीं आ रहा था. I didn't understand everything, but I felt good. Some words were very important. शाम को चलते हैं आज. Your priority changes anywhere you get rest without paying. Where you rest and you are not guilty of that rest, you are at rest with your own self. You get yourself back, that becomes your priority. And this is how we come to the teacher frequently. It started casually only. It was not a serious business in the beginning. First point. Then going to the teacher will create tat buddhaya. Dhyan dena. Here the guru comes. You don't know how to think also. You don't know what is space, all appears as same. You don't know what is Panchmahabhut. You don't know. Initially we don't know. Bole vichar the 4 ashram. Bolo ashram, divine life ashram is there. Sarvadharma ashram is there. Chinmaya ashram is there. And Ramakrishna mission ashram is there. These are 4 ashrams. No, I am asking ashram is, as per the age we have 4 ashram, brahmacharya ashram. Let me write what you are saying. We are totally illiterate, all this. We are scripturally illiterate. बुद्धिहीन तनु जान के सुमिरऊ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरऊ कलेश विकार. पढ़ते तो सब है, विकार क्या होता है, क्लेश क्या होता है, ये सब तो टीचर के पास जाके समझ में आती है बात. तद बुद्धया. Don't forget what I said about tad buddhya. It takes a lot of time to build up the topic and no time to forget it. Any destruction is a very fast process. A child, supposing he is 5 feet, it took 20 years to build him. But one death can throw him into ashes in 2 minutes. So Tad Buddhaya means whose intellect is on the ultimate cause. Tasmin gata bha buddhaya yesham tad buddhaya. Tad is the name of Brahman here. Whole world is in space. Space is in my thought. Because space is the object of my thought. Space is in the thought. Oh my God. Space is in the thought. That means this body is very small in compared to space. I am not this body. No. Why? Because this body itself is an object of your thought. You don't perceive thought as an object, as a 5 element. You perceive thought as you perceive body as a thought only. I'm not touching the book. I am touching the thought. There is thought of the book. You never contact an object. You always have a thought only. Sure. There you need satsang. There you need going to the teacher. Well, I have not understood. Never mind. Tomorrow again come. Day after again. I'll keep on listening. Yes. Well, I won't get tired. No, you don't have to do anything. Just sit here. Well, if I'm sleeping, then just sleep. Don't worry. No, but I realized during the class that space went away in me. This was I realized. So whole world is in space. Space is in thought. Thought is in me. Therefore, I should be bigger than the thought. And I am not changing. Thought is changing. On non-changing cause, changing thought, changing world, changing planet, changing karmphal, changing I am. Where is whose chacha, whose mama, whose mami, whose poopa, whose pua, whose success, whose failure, whose son, whose daughter. Because this kitch, it goes away, then dies. Then one set goes away. Third generation, you must have seen your grandfather and all their family. Dada's brother, Dada's chacha, Dada's mamas, all have passed away. That crop has gone. Now the second crop is there. This is Kathopanishad says like, Sasya martya bachate sasyava jayate. Well, it is a crop. Ek दूसरी फसल आ गई है. So this is another crop of father and father's brother. Father's sister, father's sisters, Mausi. Oh, the second crop is there. So that crop is not, by the time you are 50, that crop is also going. Other 20 years, that crop will be cleared up. Now you are in the line. So, this is the third crop. But your child has also come. Your child has come. Your child, वो बड़े हो गए, से लंबे चौड़े से हो गए, वो भी बड़े हो गए. No, crop, तो छट रही है लगातार. One crop is going. One planet goes away, what crop? But that self does not go, in which there is no space. Space is coming and going in me. I told you, no, if this is waking, supposing this is a book, this is me, and this is the waking space. And if this was a curtain, then this has to be in space. Problem is this, boss. Because this is not a space. Therefore, space goes in something, in the curtain only. That means I am spaceless. And in me only, space is coming and going. In the pralaya also, the pralaya, I am timeless and spaceless. This is called Tad Buddhaya. I am a changeless cause. I am a timeless cause. Then why do you call you a cause? From your angle I am saying I am a cause. From my angle I am not a cause. In me everything is same. It's called tad buddhaya, tad atmana. I identify with, then I meditate more, tad nishtha, tad parayana. Then I am totally into it. Jnani and Ajnani both walk. Both walk. Not that Jnani doesn't walk, but the Jnani, when he walks, he knows that walking is in me. Walking is in me. When Ajnani walks, he says, I am walking. When Jnani eats, he may say I am eating, but he sees eating is going in me. And therefore for him, shlokas are in Yoga Vashisht, that even if pralaya comes, even if sun is melting and falling on the head, he sees I am not going to die. प्रलयस्यपि हुंकारैः चलाचल विचाल कैः न विक्षोभमेति यस्य आत्मा स महात्मा इति कथ्यते. Therefore, Jad Bharat, even if the sword was falling on his head, he didn't feel that anything is, I am dying. I am not an entity. I am not one small thing. This is called Tanishta. And where he goes, Gacchante punaravrittim. This is Vidhi Mukti. Jnana nirdhut kalmashaha. Bhaskar writes, Tat parayana means keval atmarataya. Yesham jnanena nashitam atmana jnanam. Apunaravritti means he is now not going to come back as an individual. Why? He has merged. His subtle body has merged with the Hiranyagarbha. His gross body has already merged with the five elements. His causal body has merged with the Maya. And self is already there. कौन आएगा? You come back only when you have vasanas, you have desires. You don't know. I wanted a son. I have only 2 daughters. I could not have son this birth. So next birth you will be born and you will have a son. And for son you have to come. ठीक है? Every desire means it is a punarjanm agent. It takes you to the new birth. Because you did not know that infinite. And therefore you are feeling that I don't have this. I am so alone in my life. Acha? I'm so alone. My husband is not with me. He doesn't live with you. No, he lives, but he's not with me most of the time. He is in his own world. He's in his own world. He doesn't care about me. Nobody, he cares. No. Really he cares. No, I know it. He's not a caring kind of person. He doesn't bother about me. He's all the time busy with his office and all these things. I accepted it. Really? Initially I was very disturbed, but now I accepted these facts are facts. What can I do? अब दुख, कितना दुख होता है, कभी कभी बहुत दुख होता है. Someday I am very sad about it. ये किस लिए शादी किया? इन्हीं से शादी किया है. With him only I got married. ये किसी और से शादी किया था. Yesterday I was not well. I said I'm not. You should just take medicine and went away. अरे कुछ पूछना चाहिए. He should have asked him, go to the doctor. Shall we go? Are you well? Fine. What can I do? कुछ देर बैठना चाहिए साथ में. He went out. No purpose of talking all these things. बहुत दुख होता है. क्या करें? रहना पड़ता है. ये सब तो चलता रहेगा. सही है सब. अब this वासना will take you to the next birth and you will get the husband that you want if you have punya. बड़ी लंबी चौड़ी कहानी है because you don't know that. Don't forget this. ज्ञान निर्धूत कल्मषा. ये गुरु आते हैं, गुरु puts it. Oh. And that is actionless, which substratum of all no action. No action, no time, no space, no body, no jagat, no jeev, no pralay, no srishti. It's going on. Like on you, many dreams have come and gone. Similarly on that self, many srishti have come and gone. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Har Namah Parvati Pate. Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.